Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How are you doing? It's Porky here. You know, don't you? You know. Because that's why you've tuned in. I wasn't going to do any more videos, but Max has talked me into it. There's a lot going on in boxing. We have to keep on top of it. So today I'm joined by Max from Scarborough. He's a gym owner. He knows a lot about fitness. He is an Adonis. How are you doing, Max?
I'm good, mate. Yourself?
What are you on with Sunday morning?
Gonna take the kid out in about an hour-ish, and yeah, just standard Sunday thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Let me just ask you this, Max. Right? Daniel Dubois fought Joyce, didn't he? Long time ago now.
Yeah.
We both agree quick, don't we? But
Yeah.
He showed more than what Billy Joe did, didn't he? In pain, right?
Yeah.
So he got knocked out, quit, whatever he did. Since he's come back, he's fought two men ranked really, really low, Dinu and Kuzumano. He's now WBA number one, and he's gone under radar. Why isn't Rob Tebbert asking Shane McGuigan, his big friend, who he gets access to, and he's got Shane's ear and Shane's got his ear? Isn't that right, Rob? Isn't that right? Well, why ain't Rob Tebbert saying, Shane, do you feel that Daniel Dubois merits a number one ranking? Why ain't nobody asking that, Max?
Why? That's what I don't. Would you say? Here's the question for you then.
Yeah, go on.
Because you've asked that. Nathan Gorman. Would you say he's British level at least?
No.
Well,
he's not British.
Well, I mean, I think he's quite high, but I think he's as good, if not better, than the last two he's fought. You get what I mean? So why is he going backwards? Surely you'd be put into a firefight or someone, I don't know. Like what happens to people like David Adelaide fight him? He seems to be putting it about. People like him, someone who's more recognised. I don't get it. I don't get why they're fighting, tomato tin can openers. You know what I mean?
You've reined him in now, isn't he, David Adelaide, do you think?
Do you know what it is? I think Bricktop, he's trying to be careful with Stable, isn't he? He doesn't want them fighting each other. He don't want a Joe Joyce and Dubois again, does he?
Bricktop gets a pass, doesn't he, on social media because he likes to fire off them legal letters, don't you, Bricktop? Send me one anytime you want, Bricktop. What you're serving up is knackers. I don't know how you've got him into position. Lyndon, Arthur and Yard. Yard's beat Arthur, so you could say maybe Yard's, and he's been in with Kovalev, nearly pulled it off in later stages. Maybe Yard warrants ranking. I don't think Daniel Dubois does.
No.
How have they pulled that off?
It's not what you do,
What's going off behind the scenes? Why ain't nobody saying anything? Is it because it's Bricktop? The only man that's asking any questions out of all these YouTubers with access is Umar IFL Umar. He's the only one asking anything. And then he skirts around issue. Tebbert gets him on hook and then loses his arsehole.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. Gets him on hook and then apple crumble. But I want to know off Shane McGuigan if he thinks that Dubois warrants or has got that number one position on merit, because he fucking hasn't.
No.
He's got that position. By hook or crook, he's got it. You've got to give his team credit, but he's above Wilder in rankings. Come on.
I don't understand that. I don't understand what 40 odd.
How does it work? That
is it people getting behind the scenes? Is it people getting paid behind the scenes? I mean, but this goes on to the issue what we've said all along, Russ. People need running out of boxing. I mean, look at the referees. I mean, look at we could name referees. Steve Gray, Ian Lewis, who else is there? Howard Foster, Terry O'Connor. Them lot should be run out of boxing because their scorecards are non-existent. It's all part of the same cult, isn't it? You know what I mean?
A-star referees, the govern. It's governed by Robert Smith and all them, and the self-appointed, and they don't have to answer to anybody. But no, who's taking charge of all this? And it's same with WBA, WBO, WBC especially, and IBF and IBO. They're all a law unto themselves. The rules are there to be changed all the time. Now I want an explanation from somebody how Daniel Dubois is the #1 ranked contender when, if you back up, he's fought just 2 guys. One of them were ranked 100 and odd, and the other one were ranked 80 odd. Right? On Boxer, I don't know what they're ranked now, but that's what they were ranked at the time. So you beat 2 guys that are not even English level, and then you back it Mixer's #1. I don't get that. But why ain't anybody putting it on Frank Warren? Frank, come on, Daniel Dubois. He's had them 2 fights since Joyce beat him. How is he #1, Frank? Frank, how? Nobody's asking Frank Warren that because they lose access. Umar didn't even ask him. I'd ask him, but I ain't got. You won't get through my fucking front door, Warren. He's not my cup of tea. But he's supposed to be boxing. If I were involved in boxing, I'd rather deal with him than I would her. Yeah. But how's Daniel Dubois got to #1 position? And why ain't nobody mentioning it? Nobody's saying boo. Nobody. Yeah, we all stick it to Eddie all the time because he's out there all the time more than Warren, isn't he? He's got, he's the #1 guy. But Frank quietly behind the scenes has been slipping people into position. You say Joe Joyce deserves this position, wouldn't you? With #1 with WBO.
Easy.
But you wouldn't say Dubois deserves this position, would you?
No, not a chance.
Not a chance at all.
But it comes down to the ranking. When you're saying about rankings, right? Who's high in the rankings? David Avanesian or Conor Benn? Who's fought the better opponents?
David Avanesian beat Shane Mosley, didn't he? In America.
Beat Josh Kelly.
I went in England. I'm not sure where David Avanesian beat him. We have to check that out. But he beat Shane Mosley.
Beat Josh Kelly. He's beat that Liam Taylor. All of them, all of them domestically that need beating are on that cusp of British title. You know what I mean? Or roundabouts there, hovering. He's beaten them all. So it's nothing really more domestically. If Ben keeps running away, what does that say?
What do you think to Conor Benn's statement he came out and made regarding it's only a piece of paper and he wants to be registered with clean testing program?
Well, something to hide, isn't he?
Well, he's come out and he said that, and I thought his team deal with all that. I don't know, but how come it were 3 of them that McGregor, Conor Benn, and other one?
I can't remember what it is. With Ben, it's always a story to tell. Something's always
Chris Billum Smith.
Yeah, that's right. There's always a story behind the scenes with. They're trying to do a script with him. He's going to be the next cash cow to AJ, I think. That's what they're trying to create. He's a big name, dad reserve boxer, all this stuff. And this is why they're trying to skip the levels, aren't they? And this is, look at his next opponent. Who are they looking at for the next opponent? What's his name? Maurice Hook. Yeah. What? It's a common pattern. He ain't fought for ages, has he?
When was the last fight, Max?
Is it 2 years ago, Smeg?
Read me Conor Benn's opponents out. Vargas. When? What were he doing before he fought?
I'm just reading it now. So if you go through, let me just. The internet's playing up. The thing is with Conor Benn, right? It's all slippery and. All slippery and it's all done at the right time. And it's clever matchmaking, but you can see through it.
Ben, Max, answer the fucking question I've just asked you. Vargas, right. Reenacting, what was the script?
Well, Vargas was only what? I was looking at it now. So Vargas,
Max, just stop there, mate. Let me just stop you there, mate, because fucking hellfire. Right, Vargas, 2 wins in his last 6 fights in 3 years.
That's right.
Adrian Granadas, 1 win in 4 fights in 2.5 years. Chris Allen, one fight in 2.5 years, light welterweight. Maurice Hooker had one fight in over 2 years, banged out at light welterweight. This is the Conor Benn path. Short fighters who are smaller than him. Now, but yet he's now saying he's going WBC route. Who's got WBC belt? It's Errol Spence, isn't it? What would Errol Spence do to him?
1 round?
What would he do to him?
I think Errol Spence kills him.
He wanted to do what he wanted to him. Now or in 10 years, when he's an old man, he'd do what he wants to Conor Benn. Conor Benn's not about that life, mixing it with Errol Spence. Not about it at all, mate. Not about it at all. But that's just my opinion. I wish Conor Benn all the best. He seems a nice lad. But no, I think he's getting carried away with his own hype and that. I mean, I don't call him Conor Benn anymore. I just call him Crusher. Let's refer to Crusher. Crusher from now on, yeah?
Okay, it's Crusher. If Crusher, let's say, if Crusher fought Broner, beat Broner, would you give him the respect then?
Well, that fuck, he's fat as a pig Michelin man. Big beard on him like a terrorist, that fucking Broner. Got about 14 kids all taking him to court, or the mothers taking him to court. No, his head's all over the place. And like I said, he's got a belly as big as what I used to have, our kid. You know what I mean? So no, I can't respect that. You're supposed to be a professional athlete, aren't you? Keep top all condition all year round.
About David Avanesian. If he beats David Avanesian, satisfying, would you respect him then?
Yeah, I would give Conor Benn respect if he fought David Evanesian. That's the fight he's got to take. He's got to fight David Evanesian. Frank Warren's offered to pay Evanesian first.
Yeah.
So that means that all Conor Benn's got to do is turn up on an Eddie Hearn show on DAZN. Frank will pay Evanesian and let him get at it. So it's not going to cost Eddie. And it's a test for him, and he'll get a European title and a proper world ranking. But they don't want to do that, do they? They want to keep fucking swerving people. I mean, look at the people that he swerved: Chris Jenkins, Chris Conger, David Evanesian. What's that other one? Echo and the Bunnyman, whatever he. Michael McKinson. Do you know what I mean? There's all them people. So he don't want to fight any of them because if he gets put to Kip, because 50-50s then, if he gets put to Kip or losers, he ain't going to get that. He ain't going to have that kudos anymore with sponsors. He might have sponsors who've got it in his contract saying if you get a loss, well, your money drops down to this much. He might lose all that. You don't know, do you?
Michael McKinson, Matchroom have got him, haven't they? So they're going to try to keep
him on his head, Michael McKinson, and turn Conor Benn on his head. On his head. Like Errol Graham would have turned his father. Nigel Benn, yeah. No, you can believe in the Dark Destroyer. Errol Graham would have turned him on his head, and Eubank, let me tell you. Yeah. English Eubank, old man. They turned him on the head, they swerved him. So anyway, I don't want to talk about Conor Benn no more. He's become annoying. He's annoying me. Let's have a look. I jotted a couple of things down for Maximus. We spoke about Conor Benn's last 4 fights.
Yeah.
We spoke about Daniel Dubois, haven't we? And will Rob Teller ask Shane McGuigan if he feels that Daniel Dubois warrants a #1 ranking? I don't think he does. Nobody's mentioning it because they don't want to upset Bricktop, do they?
No.
So, but I'm waiting to Spencer Oliver's come out on TalkSport and he said that Joshua's learning that job and all that. What are these fucking people on? What are these people on?
Look, I mean, if you ask someone like Julian, he'll give a diplomatic answer and a real technical answer, but you never be the finished article, are you? Never. But, however, you should think you're like 90% there, wouldn't you? Instead of being a novice. He's acting like Spencer Oliver's making out like he's a novice still when he says stuff like that. The heavyweight champion of the world, or was.
Listen, there's no learning on job once you're the champ. That's it. Learning on the job and all that. And listen, what did I say weeks ago? They'll not want to fight Usyk. They took him to ring, kicking and screaming to fight him in first place. Joshua even went to watch Dubois fight him ringside.
Yeah.
Mate, they don't want to fight Usyk. And you know, if Joshua actually swerves Usyk and fights Dylan White and Usyk fights Fury, what does that say about him? If Tyson Fury's having to do dirty work for him all again, he had to go deal with Wilder, get rid of him. He got rid of Vladimir before Joshua. Now he's having to go get rid of Usyk. What does that say about Joshua? Hey, man's not about that life, is he, Max?
Don't you think that as a boxing fanatic like yourself, right? Don't you think AJ has a better chance of beating Fury than Usyk, as daft as it sounds?
You know, if AJ got a new trainer, he'd have a better chance. Who do you think he should go to?
Canelo's coach.
What about a British coach down his own way in London? Who do you think could be a good?
I think Tibbs would be all right, you know, for him.
What about if it's not Mark Tibbs? Who else would be all right down there for him?
Adam Booth, nah.
Go to Adam Booth, the Dark Lord. He's the best. Adam Booth.
Yeah, no.
Adam Booth. No, people don't say that now. They go,
Mum.
Not sure. Go to Ben Davidson. He's a philosopher.
Right, what are you doing? Get out. What are you trying to do? Sorry about this. Go away. Out.
Kids off. Get your kids. I can't have kids on. Kids on here, do you?
No. Right, Mum. You go upstairs. I'll be literally 10 minutes.
No.
Is that the little Maximus?
Yeah. God, embarrassing.
She must have heard me going, go to Adam Booth.
She looked at someone else, someone on the beat.
Let me just have a look how far that went into the video. 20 minutes. Look, they don't say that now. They go to Ben Davidson. He's quoting Custy Amato phrases. He's a philosopher talking about pressure and the hero and the coward and fire and firefighting and all that. Listen, Ben, stop coming out with your one-liners and just learn your craft. Stop trying to hog the limelight. I mean, God. When the last time we saw a fighter win and we had Ben Davidson not do an interview in ringside? It's not about the trainers. It's about the fighters. Never mind all that. I'm not old school. I'm a new school. Load of shit, Ben. Stop quoting Custy Amato, or whatever his name is, quotes and stuff like that. You're not a philosopher trying to blag people's brains.
Yeah.
Fighting for a WBA interim belt. And it's craziness. You're fighting a flyweight in it, Superfly, technically, Conlon, isn't he?
Yeah.
Only a small man, isn't he, against Lee Wood, who was supposed to be a welterweight by this. Not long ago, to be a welterweight at this stage of his career. He's fighting a small man. Oh, if he knocks him out, we're going to be hearing all these Iceman stories. The fuck out of here. The fuck out of here.
Doesn't mention Billy Joe, does he?
He didn't beat Gavin McDonald, didn't he? Did he? Gavin McDonald put him to Kip. Well, he did, didn't he? Put him into orbit. But no, I don't want to hear bullshit. I'm having to call people out on this shit. Utter shit when you don't interrupt me, Max. That's what I'm having to do. Because this is what I'm about. Calling out shit callers. Hey, guess who's in Turkey who I spoke to this morning?
Who?
Smedley.
Is he?
Smedley's in Tuesday morning, mate.
All right.
What that do with that apple tree? You know that, Dave?
Yeah.
10 bottles of Frosty Jacks a day and mixing gobbo for Chris with tiling. Stuck him out there. See, Chris can't go hardcore like me on his own. I can go out there on my own, mate. I can do it on my own.
I don't get why you get days with him. He sacks him every other week.
They're having time of their life. When I spoke to him, we were tucking into full breakfast. Because it's like a carvery breakfast. It's nice, like you go down and get what you want. Obviously, I couldn't eat all when I was there. I'm a fucking milkshake man, aren't I? But imagine plate Chris has got to be like that, won't it?
Yeah. He eats a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, can you imagine Chris Smedley with teeth? In a few weeks, imagine how sticky he'll be getting because he's got teeth.
Yeah, you'd be getting some right grief off his mates. Yeah, you will do. Christ.
They'll rinse him in that gym up there, won't they, Chris?
Matt and his own sons will rinse him.
Nicky, I hope you're going to rinse your old boy when he comes back. But what do you think about the quartet, Marks? Fury, Joshua, White, and Usyk. What do you think about all them lot? And where are we going with it all? Where are we going with it all, Max? Where's it? What's going to be the end game?
I just don't get why White can turns around and say, look, yeah, all right, Fury, I'll suck up. I'll swallow the bitter pill over the 20%. Let's fight, right? And like you said a few weeks ago, actually agree with Spencer Fearon about calling his bluff, see if he does it. But I don't think Fury wants to do it, personally. That one. And AJ and Usyk still hasn't been properly announced yet, has it? It's been rumours and that, but nothing's come out. They're all waiting for one fight to be announced and the other fight to be announced. It's like a game of chess. What happened? Just announcing the fight and get it on.
I know who's involved in both fights.
Wow, Mr. Hills.
Well, is he really involved with Fury Usyk if that happens? No, but he's involved with Fury White with negotiations with that, and he's involved with Joshua Usyk. So Eddie Hill's trying to get everything his own way. Frank Warren, at least he's standing up to him and saying, no, that ain't right. Frank's trying to force issue. He wants Joshua in that ring with Usyk. Because then that puts Eddie Hearn out of business, doesn't it? With Usyk beating Joshua. They're going to find that hard to come by and they've got no claim to any belts. Matchroom know this. Eddie Hearn, right? But what everybody says about him, he does no boxing, right? He'll be sat at home now and he'll be thinking, I don't fancy Joshua in this rematch. McCracken won't have fancied him because he's gone now and they've got rid of him. So he won't have fancied him. You know, all trainers in Burnley will speak to everybody. There's nothing wrong with speaking to them and trying to learn. I've got nothing against people trying to learn. But if it in you, it isn't in you. You know what? You know a man that comes to your house and paints walls in your house. He can't go spray an Aston Martin, can he?
No.
He's not a panel beater, is he? He's not a car sprayer. So if it's not in you, it's not in you. And they know it in them and they've got no claim to belts. And Frank's got everybody in position now. Joyce and Dubois, they're all in position, aren't they? And Eddie Hearn's era of heavyweight dominance has now come to an end. From Joshua having that belt and then having that good run. His time, the landscape's changed now, and Eddie's clinging on for dear life. And the only people that are losing out are the fans. Just put Joshua in with Usyk. If he gets beat, come back the hard route. Come back like Kid Galahad's having to do, Eddie. You know, you ain't got no problems putting Kid Galahad at bottom at pile. He's got a rematch close to Martinez, but you're not letting him have it. You're going for money with Warrington, who don't deserve the fucking fight. So put Joshua in the Galahad position, let him fucking earn his position to get a title shot. Because Eddie knows that he's upset that many people, they may never get in again. You know what I just wonder what you were thinking about it, Max.
Why don't you put Kid Galahad against that Lara?
For what?
You know that Lara who was fighting Warrington?
They'll not want to go near him, will they?
Well, yeah, but you don't
buy that. Listen to me, Max, right? So who's going to promote it in UK? Eddie, yeah? Is that what you're saying, yeah? Right. Galahad against Lara. Does Galahad do tickets? Don't do 100 tickets. World champion who doesn't do 100 tickets. What's that tell you?
Put him as an undercard.
Well, he's no good to Eddie Hearn, is he? If he ain't got a world title and he don't do 100 tickets, so he's no good, is he?
No, maybe not. No.
He is. He's a lame duck to Eddie Hearn. He's a car that's been curbed and lights are flashing on at dash and steering's going all over. Lame fucking duck, Max, isn't it? Am I right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Would you put Galahad on against Lara? And Galahad's going to pull you $4,000 in ticket money. What are you going to say to that? Let's say, and be generous, he does $8,000, but he done. I know he done. But let's say he done. That's not going to pay for his sen, is it?
No,
Not
no, that's not.
opponent, is it?
Maybe put it on the undercard.
It's not going to pay for flights to come over from Mexico, is it?
No, probably not. No.
Here you go.
No.
So use your fucking brain, Max. Try and think a little bit business and a little bit hardcore. What we want, yeah, it'd be a good fight. Yeah, but what would it be?
It would be a good fight.
It'd be the bull against the matador, wouldn't it? One on his bike, not engaging. Galahad don't engage. Go watch Josh Whale against Galahad. Don't engage. You don't want to have a fight. He didn't want to fight Josh Whale. He wanted to pick his pocket. That's what they do. Pick your pocket. And that, if you can get away with it within the rules, why not? But it's not fan friendly. So if you've got an horrible style like that, are you going to do tickets?
No, it's not like.
Does Ricky Hatton do tickets? Does Froch? Why is that? Because come to fight, don't they? Fighting men, aren't they? See where I'm coming from? If you've got a horrible style, nobody wants to see you. Nobody wants to see Andre Ward in America. Horrible style. I could give 50 fighters now that have got horrible styles that nobody wants to see. People want to see action and fight. Fighting men. In the ring or on the hard road. Pop, pop, bang. 200 kilo deadlifts with me, Corey. But I need to lay off that sunburn. I'm just looking on screen now. I look like I've got an head like a fucking Malteser, don't I? I'm doing a bad impression of a screaming skull. Yeah. But no, I feel for the sport at the moment. But I'm glad that Warrington's getting his shot, but he doesn't deserve it, does he?
No, he don't.
And a stinker in a draw, clash of heads clashed and that. And he's got a world title. Galahad's outside looking in, but he had a contract. But as he had to step aside because they're very quiet, they were very vocal after Warrington fight before when they didn't have a rematch. They were very vocal then. Now they've got a rematch for his world title. They're not so vocal, are they? Because Eddie's thought, well, I'm going to lose probably 200 grand on this show. So isn't it best that I give him a lump of money because I'm going to make profit on the Warrington Leeds one?
Yeah.
Right. We don't have every ticket to cover what is good Galahad. It's all about juggling it for end game, for spreadsheet at end of third quarter or end of every quarter, every 3 months. You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
That's how we do it. That's how I look at it anyway. But Joshua and Usyk, I agree with Frank Warren. Dig your heels in, Frank, and make fucking Joshua fight Usyk. Make him fight Usyk. That's what I think is going to happen. And Tyson Fury will fight Dylan because it puts them in a really awkward position. Eddie Hearn, because he knows his career's on the line, Eddie Hearn, as regards heavyweight boxing. We are heavyweight boxing. Where's Eddie now? He's already getting throws out, isn't he? This is now Frank Warren going for checkmate. Frank Warren's going to do his best to keep Anthony Joshua and Usyk in one corner of boxing, and Tyson Fury and Dylan White in other. Can you see how the chess pieces are being made?
Yeah.
We all called it ages ago because Eddie, you've got to look at it, get inside Eddie Hearn's head, which is what Frank Warren is. Eddie's all about pound notes. You're not about legacy. If it were about legacy, Joshua would have announced this fight straight away and be on it, wouldn't he? Like he was the Ruiz fight, but they're not.
Yeah.
Now, are they? Because he not only he got caught in the Ruiz fight, he didn't in the Usyk fight. He got took to university. There's a difference, isn't there?
Yeah.
Like Dylan White, Povetkin, he got caught, so he rematched him and beat him. He didn't get took to university, Dylan, did he? But Josh did, didn't he? He never had an answer for anything. He tried everything he could. Usyk had an answer for it because he's seen every style. I think Usyk beats Tyson Fury. Me, Tyson looks to me like he's at top of mountain coming down. He's got 2 beach balls stuck down his back. Have you seen his back? His back's horrible, isn't it? So that's lack of training, bad living. I think it's all caught with him. But who's to say that Tyson wants to go fight Usyk? He'll not be so keen. He'll just want White and then Joshua now. White's an easy win for Tyson, target practice. You saw what Tyson did to Zidora, didn't you? So what was White? And then Joshua. But if Joshua loses to Usyk, nobody's going to want Fury Joshua, are they? Who'd want that? It's going to be Usyk Joshua then, isn't it? That's how I look at it. But this is now Frank Warren. We're moving in for checkmate. If not, why don't they just make the fight? Usyk says he'll fight any of them. He says he'll fight Fury, Joshua, or White even. Usyk, he'll take them all on. He's undefeated.
Yeah.
Right? He's the best fighter in world boxing at the moment. Forget your Canelo, drug cheats. Usyk's the man. He's got 4 belts at heavyweight. He cleaned up at cruiserweight, every belt, undisputed. Olympic gold medal at heavyweight. He's the man, Usyk.
Yeah, I agree.
Anybody?
I agree. Yeah.
Right then, Max. Dennis's show, Josh Wales show, 2 shows next month in South Yorkshire. What do you think's from Max? You've got the links.
They're all with losing records, a lot of them, isn't there? Yeah, let's look at it. Let's look at it. I mean, to be honest, again, there's how many debuts? Again, 3 debuts.
On Dennis's.
Yeah.
Are they from white collar, them, Dennis? Yeah, how many debuts is that now, Dennis, in last 10 months? 29 or 31? I forget now.
So,
a couple of the show cancelled, didn't it? Be interesting.
10 fights, 3 debuts, 7 losing records, and 3 TBAs, isn't they?
So not all 10 fights are made then, no?
No.
Who's the TBA? Headline at Cash Alley?
Yeah.
So headline fights, not got an opponent. Fight week.
Yeah.
Dave Allen, has he got an opponent? His other big star name. Dave Allen's not got an opponent. He'll be right happy, Dave, with that, won't he? And his big ticket seller, who's that? Zach Miller.
Yeah.
Dennis can't got him a fight then.
So not
Dennis might be trying to put that show out. If he can sell enough tickets, he'll not want to put them free on. Because if it does enough to make a little bit of a profit and just get it onto Fight Zone, he might reschedule them other 3. If not, right, and he has to put Cash Alley, Dave Allen, and that other kid on, he's got to invest in his fighters. So it's going to be a tricky one, isn't it? That's why them 3 are held back. Because if Dave Allen's fighting, Dave's going to want 5, and opponent's going to want 5. That's 10 bags. Same with Cash Alley and his opponent. That's 20 bags, and there's that other kid. So Dennis is going to see how the show goes, but don't be surprised if there's some big changes in the next 7 days or something. But who's matching that? Is it Uncle Buck?
Yeah.
Uncle Buck, is he down as on Matchmaker?
Yeah.
I don't think he is, Max, if you have another look.
Yeah, he is. What you gave me. You give me that much, Porks?
No, I'll give you 2. I'll give you 2 box racks.
Yeah, upstairs, please. Well, on Cash Alley's TBA.
Max, I'm happy to do your fucking job for you, aren't I? Let's have a look. Right. He doesn't say anything about Up Matchmaker is on Dennis's show, so if it's not Jason McCrory, whoever's matching it, it's bad. But like I said, if Uncle Buck's not matching it, who's matching it and why don't they put his name up there? Is somebody else doing the job? Because when your headline fights, when your headline guys fighting TBA and his IBF European belts not even on the line, and it's 2 weeks till fight week tomorrow. Well, what's going on?
It's not good, is it?
Who's at the helm of the ship? Because it looks to me like Dennis is not at the helm of the ship, and the guy in the bird's nest looking for the iceberg, he's on his coffee break, and they're heading for an iceberg, aren't they?
Yeah. No good, is it?
So if it's not Uncle Buck matching it, who's matching it? But Josh's show, when's that? February?
Yeah, February.
End of February. Who's headline? Well, it's Josh, isn't it?
Yeah, Josh.
And who's Josh fighting?
Doesn't say.
TBA Max, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you fucking read you or something?
Yeah, I can. TBA, yeah.
TBA, right. There's only one TBA on the show, though, isn't there?
Yeah, there's only one, yeah.
To be fair to Josh, it's his debut show as a promoter, so he'll get a pass.
Yeah.
But all them opponents have all got losing records, haven't they? And every single one of them, except Hibbert, who's 2-17 and never had a win. So when fighters or opponents have never had a win all the way down board, except one. There's a problem, isn't there? I think. With
1 second. Sorry. Someone at the door.
Look on here, Max. Daddy Daycare Max. Sorry about this. Max is a weekend dad, isn't he? So can't be helped, can it, when you've got kids?
Fucking post. Fuck me.
Max, we're all right.
Answer the door in this
Max,
They don't answer the door in this house.
Max, are we all right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Fucking testing my patience today, mate.
Sorry.
Right, where were we now? Josh ain't got an opponent. Who would I like to see him in with? I'd like to see him fight Gavin McDonald and fill him in. Fill Gavin in.
Yeah.
He's more than capable of filling Gavin.
Yeah.
Pay him some money and get him and Gav on. And
Yeah.
career here, we're a trilogy with Gav McDonald. Like, I don't want to see TBA a month before he's fighting. That's bad, that.
Yeah.
But he is hard to match, Josh, to be fair, because he's an
I thought Josh was retiring anyway, or he took time out.
This is his retirement fight, apparently. But I'd like to see him in with Gavin McDonald. I think he knocks Gavin McDonald out. I think he puts him into orbit because Gav don't live the life Josh does. He don't even drink.
Josh is a keen lad. He loves being in the gym, don't he?
Yeah, he loves it, man, doesn't he? He's a fit kid, mate. He's a fit kid. He's been a good servant to British boxing. But
yeah,
what I want to make is this. It's hard to comment on a mate's shows when they're making the promoting debut.
Yeah.
Boxing, the product's that watered down now. It's so bad.
Crap.
Honestly, Max, it's so bad that fighters are passing medicals now and they can't fight.
Yeah.
These people I've seen in these rings can't even throw a proper jab. But they've passed an eye test and a brain scan for the professional boxers. It's like you want to be a professional boxer, don't you? Yeah. But you're walking around like Billy fucking Bunter, aren't you? So it's not a good advertisement, is it?
No, you're right.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I'll be honest with you, man. I'm not just going to sugarcoat it, Max.
Yeah, no.
Send me videos of you running. You've got a big old rock on you hanging over your jeans or your tracky bottoms. That's not a good look, is it? My mate Buddy does cartwheels when he sees out of shape professional boxers. Mickey Theo does his like, look at Tyson Fury's shape of him. Heavyweight champion at world. Look at the state of him. And that even though Tyson's the best, he should be carrying the sport a bit better.
Yeah, you're right.
You're not going to get a pro license from them lot at Border Control, Max. If you're turning up looking like you've just been in Taco Bell all day, well, you're not, are you?
No, you're not. No, you're right.
You know what I mean? But what do you think about Shannon Courtney? Do you think she's going to come back and fight again, or do you think that's her done, Max?
She will come back because Eddie likes it, don't he? She does bring in a crowd, don't she? So it's a money making thing, isn't it? You fight some stiff.
Fight some what?
Stiff.
Yeah. What you got planned for the rest of the day, Max?
We'll go out to the park with her, entertain her before she goes back to her mum's. You know how kids are. You know how Reggie is, and he's on your case. You got the radio, being old Bill. Yeah,
I know. It's when I have my kids, mate. It's a nightmare. But good luck. I'm gonna go get in my car. I'm gonna go clothes shopping, mate. Because I like to go clothes shopping on my own. No kids, no women around, mate. Bit of clothes shopping, and that's me done. Then I think for the day. I'm gonna sit down and watch Liverpool versus Palace.
Oh.
Hey, we're only if we win our games in hand. And we beat Man City, we're 3 points off them. So we're still in with a shout, aren't we? But we're hanging on by skin of our teeth. So we've got to win today against Palace. Otherwise, we're going to be on Skid Row like you, Max.
Cheers, mate.
Hey?
Cheers, mate. Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Right,
Listen, I'll have a fuck at you on them, mate. And in fact, that's what I wanted to announce. I'll get my jewellery box out. Martin Cartledge from Windermere, Cumbria. You've won the Puma Hard Plays. And Reese Redhead from Omenthorpe, Leeds. You've won the Evander Holyfield signed glove in a glass cage or glass off. Julian's taking it to his house today. So Reese, well done, and Martin, well done on winning your Puma Hard Play. You got all questions correct.
Yeah.
To get that out there, I will expect photos of you with the goods to my email, porkycorner@mail.com. Could have pulled a fast one for Holyfield glove, couldn't I?
Right. Let's be honest, Porky.
I didn't like him anyway, mate. I didn't like fucking. He wasn't my cup of tea, Holyfield, but he's an all-time great. He was never my cup of tea because he failed the dope test, didn't he?
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Couldn't really. Not my cup of tea, but and his dope tests weren't. It's like some other people's where you could get benefit of doubt it were full on.
Yeah.
I mean, so not like Roy Jones as well. And Mike Tyson as well, and his book admitted doping, didn't he? Everybody gives him a pass on that, don't they? They gave him a pass on knocking that old couple about in Maryland. They gave him a pass on and all other stuff. So whatever. But so Martin and Reese, well done.
Well done, lads.
You've had a touch there, Reese, haven't you, with that? You've had a right touch. So, okay, then, Max. So, peace out.
You take care of myself. And,
right. Good day, mate.
All right, and I'll text you.
All right. Cheers, mate. All right.
Cheers, mate.
Well, that were Max. That were Maximus. I have a breadcrumb. Nice lad, Max. I think he's coming down for a night out next week or so. We don't even drink, so I'm going to corrupt him. That'll be good, won't it, Rocky? What do you reckon? Max on the time with me. Hey, Jesus, 2 half a shandies and he'll be all over the place. Go on then. Peace out. I'll get this out today.